don't be shocked if neighbor runs his engine for a little while. He's
Oh,
currently working on his car.
I'm live. Can you tap your fan?
I'll tell you, let me turn it off. I didn't think about it. Sorry.
It's okay. It's just being exceptionally loud today.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna be hot because now there's no airflow happening in here. Ostrich day. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, it's Friday, it's Planet Zoo Day. Let's head on into Streamland Park. Do 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 do. We've got a pretty long load time here on it so far. There we go. Alright. Let's slap that into pause. Alright, when we last left off, we were working on these staff buildings over here next to the giant, excessively giant, otter area. As far as staff buildings go, we've got 2 more to get through. So we're not doing too bad. All things considered over here. We do have a little bit more fencing to go. So we'll get that all done up there, and I think we might end up checking on our power situation. So I don't know if we really... Alright, if I move you over here... Oh, you're gonna be mad if I do that then. Alright, we'll leave you be for right now. Because if I move you, I'm still gonna have to put one in over there. So for now, we'll let that be. Okay. For now, we'll just have to cope with that. Alright. What's your thoughts on life? You need more work to do. Oh, don't worry, friend. We will be keeping you very, very busy very, very soon. Alright. And what about you? Okay, so you are at 54% scenery rating, which is kind of hilarious considering we haven't even put the facade on this building yet. Your negative rating that makes guests unhappy about seeing the building, we can reduce it down by 50%. We'll never be able to make it go away entirely. But we're at 27% of the 50% reduction radius. So, well, hey Zorts, how are you? Hope everything is good. Alright, so this is our negative impact map. We've got just a little bit sticking out here on the path. We did wonders with this building. That was great. And we've got that one pulled in. This one was, I think, just on the path. But we got that one all tucked up on it. And this one doesn't matter so much because it's not touching any guest path. This one over here was, so that was more of a problem, but we should be able to fix that here in just a minute. I'm alright. I've been very busy. I'm exhausted. The no sleep is definitely catching me. I'm very tired. I got caught up reading something when I went to bed. Well, I tried to go to bed at 4:30, somewhere around in there. I was laying there reading. Wasn't really all that comfortable because my neck was pissy. And one of the cats was on the back of Russell's computer chair, like sitting on the top of it. The top of the back. And I'm laying there. And I heard a noise on the front porch. And it sounded like a clang, like a metal or something clang. Like, it was very loud and very plain. Because, you know, at that time of night, there's not much happening, and I was the only one up. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And for a split second, I thought, oh, maybe it was one of the wind chimes or something. But then the cat that was sitting on Russell's computer chair looked towards the door with great interest. And I was like, oh. And then he got down off the chair and went to look. He, like, moved our curtain away. I was looking out our front door, and I'm like, oh. And then one of the other cats came stalking into the bedroom, like, what was the noise? And I'm like, uh-oh. Excuse me. So, I got up, and I peeked out the window. Couldn't see anything. I was like, alright, well, that was fucking helpful. So, I restarted my computer and loaded up the security camera. Because I don't have a cell phone of my own. So, there's really no need for me to have one. So, because whenever I'm anywhere, I'm with someone that has one. And we don't need the expense for something that's not a necessity. And, I'm looking at the camera, looking at the front porch. I'm not seeing anything. I'm like, what the fuck was the noise? And then I noticed the cat food bowl, both of them, looked out of place. They looked further apart than I last remembered seeing them earlier in the night. Oh, nope. And, something just didn't look right. And I'm like, that's weird. So, we don't necessarily have normal playback on our camera, but we can see, when events trigger the record mode, and we have certain areas targeted for this to happen. So I'm like, okay, let me go look at the events. And don't you know, like 4 minutes earlier, it caught the noise. And I'm like, oh, this should be interesting. I had a timestamp for 4 minutes earlier. I'm like, alright, let's load this bitch up. So, sitting there. And, all of a sudden, I see something on the playback, and the camera tagged it as a person. And I was like, really? I was like, oh dear, I thought I was gonna have to wake Russell up. And I hit play, and don't you know, there are 3 fucking raccoons on the camera that are bigger than one of the dogs and fatter than any of the cats in this house, and Ed's pretty chonky. And I'm just like, what? And they were kind of looking around, and one of them was kind of like the lookout, and he was kind of watching their backs and looking like real sketchy and shit. And then I saw one of them put their feet on the edge of the cat food bowl that we have out there, because it's like a cheap ass ceramic bowl we got from the Dollar Tree. And I think that was the noise I heard when he stepped on it and it bounced back and resettled. And they were kind of looking for something to eat, and then all of a sudden the one that was kind of lagging behind the other two is like, no, we gotta go. And then they just kind of quickly all shambled off like something spooked them, and I swear to God, they looked like they had robbed a bank, and they're like, no, let's go. And then all three of them just kind of took the fuck off, and I'm just like, really? Wow. So that just happened. We saw a raccoon the other night, but it was really skinny. So Russell's like, oh, that's interesting. This is the first time we've seen 3 of them together. I think the last time we saw a group together, it was only 2. And these looked well-fed. Well-fed, chunky trash pandas. And I was like, oh, okay, so that happened. Well, then I was up for a few minutes and got sucked into a mini YouTube rabbit hole. Wasn't too bad. Could have been worse. And then I got sucked back into what I was reading, and next thing I knew, I'm like, man, my eyes are blurry. And like, what the fuck time is it? It was 9 o'clock, and I'm like, oh shit. So that happened. I fell asleep for like an hour and a half, 2 hours max, and woke up to Russell moving around in here. And then I asked him if he did the important thing that we were supposed to do on Wednesday that we completely forgot about, and he did, but like we had to call the lawyer to check on something, and because they told us to, because he has a Zoom meeting appointment thingy with one of the disability doctors from Social Security, and they wanted him to mail or Social Security said to mail or call the confirmation in, so he decided to mail it, so there was an effing paper trail. And we didn't know if the lawyer had to mail it in too, and they're like, no, we can see your application in the computers, so they're like, we have access to that since we're working on your behalf, so we'll be able to see if it's been accepted or not, the confirmation. So they're like, just call us back on Wednesday and we'll check. And we forgot to call on Wednesday. Completely forgot about it. I remembered late last night and I was like, oh shit, we didn't call the lawyer today. And then I was like, wait, today's not Wednesday. We were supposed to call the lawyer yesterday. So oops, so doodles. So we called today, and I think they said they would email him whatever they found out, but he said they were so busy he wasn't gonna hang his hat on that happening. So he'll check his email in a little while, and then if he doesn't see anything, he's gonna call them on Monday. And be like, hey, what's happening? So the appointment's not supposed to be until the end of August, so But at least, and we found out that my mother doesn't need to be driven to Florida after all, thank fucking God. Because Russell really, really did not want to do that alone. Without me being there, not necessarily to referee, but just so that there was another person there. And we don't normally travel long distance without each other. So it was definitely a concern. And I really didn't want to be here alone with my dad. With no other person here that could drive. And Russell was gonna have the only car anyway, so I mean that was a slight issue. But turns out whatever heart thing was wrong with my half sibling, they decided that it wasn't as bad as they originally thought. And they decided in September they're going to do some kind of procedure where they have to put wires, is it wires in his heart or something, where they're just gonna like monitor something for like a couple of days. Whatever they're doing, they're gonna send him home afterwards. So my brother's like, you don't need to come down. And he's the type of person where if my mom shows up after he says don't come down, he'll get all sorts of pissy. So I know this one's a little off, but I didn't want to be that far out on the walkway here. Oh, you know what? We can just... Okay, I know what we're gonna do. Alright. We'll just stick a rock in there. Rocks cover a multitude of things. Do you have your timer going?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Sorry, husband's making something.
I'm making corn chowder.
Alright. My neck's still pissed to high heaven, but there's not much I can do about that. It would have been nicer if it had rained yesterday. It was threatening to rain all day. Never materialized. We might have had like a 5-minute shower or sprinkle, but like the road never even looked wet. Damn it. Which, really sucked because we really need the rain. South of us got a heap ton of rain for the day. So that was good for them. Insanely jealous though, because we really need the rain. Really badly. We're in all sorts of drought conditions. Part of a couple of towns around here are starting to do water conservation. I'm like, ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. But I think it went from, it feels like on Wednesday of 112 to a low of 68 or 69 last night. When I got up to check on the noise, I checked the temperature because I was a little chilly and I thought it was funny that I was chilly. And I turned off one of the fans in the hallway. So I wasn't sure if it was just the ice on my neck that was making me feel cold or if it had gotten oddly cold in here. And so it was like 60 some degrees out. I was like, oh, that would be why. And that might also be why my bones are pissed. So, like, my tailbone was angry too most of the day yesterday. Just sitting got to the point where I was getting terribly uncomfortable. I had to keep getting up and stuff, so. I mean, we could leave that there, or we can pull this out and stick a rock there. We might just leave it and, like, maybe stick some reeds that are growing through the front of that. That would be fine. What are you sitting at? 62%! And we haven't even finished fussing with you yet. Good, good. Alright. Next. Alright, let's grab you. So, I mean, things could be better, but they're not terrible. We had an ant influctuation past couple of days, but we had bought ant barrier to spray along the foundation and we hadn't gotten around to it, but they were really bad, so that was enough motivation to get Russell out there, because they were taking over the kitchen. Like, it was, damn it, I hate it when I hit the height thingy after I've already gotten it to the height that I wanted at, because then I can never get it back to that height, and my hand is so fussy at times, or pissy at times, where it's just easier just to grab a new one. So I mean, it could be worse at the moment. We got a reprieve from the family member that we borrowed the money from that we're paying back over the broken sewer line for next month, so that we can restock our freezer food stores, because it's been pretty thin the past couple of months here. So hopefully we can get some stuff at Sam's that will let us let's see, that will let us improve that situation, like get some beef cubes or stuff that I can cut down into smaller meals. Then if I'm taken care of, because we don't always eat the same thing, more often than not we don't. A lot of the time he survives on bread. Not because he wants to, but a lot of times that's the only thing he can bring himself to eat. Which is not always good, but with his anxiety, that's just the way things are a lot of the time. So it's a banner day if non-bread happens. So if we bulk buy me some stuff and shove it in the freezer, it lasts a decent, it usually lasts a month, whatever we buy for that month, but that's usually like only spending like $20 to $30. Depending on what meat prices are at. We found a bulk rice that I'm willing to eat, so we'll get like a bag of that too, because he was starting to do homemade fried rice for a little bit, but that's not always a guaranteed option. I think the 1 year, over the course of a year, didn't you lose like 100 pounds because you were only on toast or close to it?
Yeah, that was the year,
That was
year before I started
before this medication, yeah.
Yeah. I lost 100 pounds off of not eating. I'm actually down to 261 now, so I lost like another 5 pounds.
That could also be the heat.
No, I am eating a lot less right now, so.
Yeah. So we gotta keep an eye on that. I mean, him and I could... Zort says hi! I don't know if he heard me. He walked away. He's in the kitchen.
Hi, Zorts.
He did hear me, okay. But, yeah, so we have to keep an eye and make sure that he eats. Because, yeah, he could stand to lose the weight. We all could stand to lose a little weight, but that's not the way to be going about it. So... Toast and peanut butter and jelly, not exactly.
Oh, jelly's only a recent development.
Yeah, and that doesn't.
I couldn't normally eat jelly. I only just started being able to eat it again recently.
Yeah, jelly doesn't always happen either.
That's kind of inconsistent, sadly.
Food is a struggle. So I say, some days we pick our battles, some days food's worth fighting for, and some days it's just not. Our curves on the longer pieces are always a little bit, I don't want to say trickier, maybe, fuck, I touched the height. Maybe if these are like right next to each other. These are actually in the ground. I know it doesn't look like it because the way the lighting is, but they are in the ground. But it's been a busy week. Very busy week. Winds of Wisdom buff came back in WoW for 2 weeks. Or roughly 2 weeks. So I was trying to potentially shave a couple of weeks of leveling time off of the warrior. Since I do a level a week. I think right now I've shaved 2 weeks off of her. I was really hoping to get her poised to hit 50 on Wednesday. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I still have to finish getting the Shaman and the Demon Hunter ready, because I don't know what the fuck my problem was last night. But after dinner, what little focus I have just went completely out the window and just stopped existing. It was just gone. It took me about 2 hours to do one person's ding write-up. There was multiple dings this the past couple of days. Fortunately for me, a few of them, no, 2 of them. 2 of them were allied races. So I didn't have to do a write-up for those, and one was a Tin Man, and we don't do write-ups for those. Because that challenge can have deaths in it, so. If it weren't for those caveats, I would be neck deep in chasing down people and people's information, trying to get blog posts sorted. I managed to get the 2 that were needing to be done last night. And by the time I finished, I was like, okay, I can hop on the Demon Hunter now, get some work done on them. And I looked at the time, and it was almost 1 a.m., and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I was like, fuck, when did it get to be that late? And then I was having trouble finding something that I could listen to while I was working on the Demon Hunter. I did manage to get about 50% of their level done before I threw in the towel, and I was like, I should probably go to bed. So yeah, I've been busy. I've been busy getting show stuff together for Lita for this weekend. But at least I don't have to worry about spending my birthday alone this year. Not like we had plans to do anything, because we didn't have the money to go do anything anyway, but you know. That would have been the really sucky part if our only plans were to at least, you know, sit here with each other in the same room and then that didn't happen. Like that would have really sucked. But like that was our plan, just to sit here and be in each other's company. I do have devil food cake mix in the pantry and icing that I'm holding on to. I feel bad because the dogs can't have devil's food, but Mommy really misses having chocolate cupcakes and vanilla icing. I don't know when the last time I had chocolate cake and vanilla icing. It's been some time. Right, so I think we're gonna cut this off here. Or try to. And husband has a project he's gonna be working on soon. Although he might be mentally already working on it.
Yeah, I've got a rough idea what I'm gonna try to do.
But we need to get a first draft done and submit that for to feel out how feelings are about it. I can't say what it is because it's not mine to really talk about, and I don't think it needs or should be talked about in detail yet. But he is working on something for Lita. Alright, doorway. Alright, let's get... Oh, is he still in the back of your chair?
Yeah, he keeps doing it.
Ed weighs like 20 pounds, I swear. And he keeps insisting on climbing on the back of Russell's chair. And then sitting there taking a bath. So he's like rocking Russell's chair back and forth. I don't know how he hasn't tipped that chair over when nobody's been sitting in it. Okay, I'm thinking that these two buildings are attached to one another. It certainly seems like it. With how the walls are lining up here. Alright, and the doorway. Come on. There we go. We're in a tree. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, now. How do we want to handle this? How do we want to handle this? So how are things and stuff with you, sir? Do I want a second story this one? Like, I don't really think I want to do a full second story over here. Maybe. Do something like that. Again, you gotta work all weekend, but that's just like, well, that sucks. But I guess money coming in is better than no money coming in, I suppose. So let's do a little something like this. So this building's gonna look a little funny. Probably. Alright, let me get off of that. Let's come into color editor, icon, doesn't matter, window color. And our door color. And our door color, okay. There's that. But, yeah, you know, we'll see how things shake out. Of course, it's always a bit of a... I do not remember seeing this door before. Huh. Weird. Huh. That's fascinating. I have this window over there, but let's see. Oh, that's big. That's very big. Yeah, so all of the things and stuffs. Let me see here. I mean, we could probably make that work. Can we color this? We can color the other ones, yes. So it kind of looks similar to its friend over here. Oh, too far in. Sometimes when you go to put this stuff against the walls, it'll float off of them just a little bit, so... That should be good enough. I know it's a little flickery, but I think that's just the shadows playing out there. And that should be all well and good. Sorry, it made me smile because I'm like, oh, it looks like an H for the animal hospital. Because I'm a dork. Spent some time over at Caju's last night, just chilling. Elite Dangerous. Why does that sound familiar? Russell might have that. That's good. I'm glad you two are getting on fairly well. Good, good. Alright, I'm gonna pull that over here. I was hoping to get in some more mindless. I almost said mindless. It's kind of mindless because I always forget everything I'm trying to build. I was hoping to get in some more mic-less Minecraft over the week, but things just didn't work out that way, and I'm trying to take advantage of the Winds of Wisdom buff as much as I can, since we only believe we're having it until August 2nd. So I was really trying to push on that warrior as hard as I could. I think we are on the 2 meter. We are. Space exploration game. Yeah, now the name sounded familiar. It's nothing I've played, but I think the husband might have it. Right now, husband's been absorbed in 7 Days to Die. He found someplace legit that had oh, my brain today. I've not had nearly enough sleep. That had cheap, legit keys. I forgot what I was saying. For it. So, he asked if he could grab one of those, and he's been playing it a lot, so I was like, well, I guess it's not that much in the grand scheme of things. So it's like, yeah, I guess. If I had said no, he wouldn't have, but hate to do that to him when he's been enjoying it quite so much. So he picked up himself a copy of that. Okay, but oh, alright. I was like, but I want you to do the thing that I want you to do, and you're not wanting to do the thing that I want you to do, but... Oh, so why are you? Why are you gonna sit all the way up on top there when the other one didn't do that? Alright, well, if you're gonna be stubborn about it. Now I gotta come in, split you from the group. How far down did this sit? Like, that's too high. This is much too high. Why couldn't you just behave and do what the other side? Why does this one side look so much bigger? No, it doesn't. I've just lost my damn mind. Okay. No, fuck it. That's where it's sitting now. Okay. Come into edit. And if I had realized I was going to have to split you from the group, I would have just did the one and then scooted it over. But, I was also kind of hoping to get some more art in during the week. That didn't happen, though. There's a few things I wanted to get done with that. One of these days. We might have that happen. Come on now. You're just gonna be stubborn today, aren't you? I don't know why this one is sitting on this weird ass angle, but I can't seem to get it off of being this on this weird ass angle, so I'm sure there's probably a way. I just don't know it. But all I really want to do is cover up this gross chipboard thing poking through. Alright, so there's that. Oh, you know what? Let's just do this. So today... What happened? Did I hit cancel? I must have. I didn't think I did though. Duplicate. There we go. I never saw the arrows show up, so that was weird. But yeah, I didn't manage to get any extra art time in. I was hoping to, so that I could get the edge of the painting set. Oh, I did do some things. I'm sorry. I did do some things. I think we did this off stream. I don't remember at this point. Good grief, Charlie Brown. I put in the water. This is why I tend not to do stuff off stream, because I don't remember what I did. I put in the background water color. And got that spaced in. I didn't have the time to go and do the lighter color wash over it. I was gonna do that on the edges so that I didn't have to keep tilting it up during the stream and getting it out of the camera, but that has not happened. Probably won't, because I just don't have the time before stream, with how busy I've been this week, unfortunately. So I'll have to worry about that off stream, I guess. Do you have Elite Dangerous?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, that's where the name's from.
It was fun, but the controls were so complex that if I don't stick with it, I forget them. And I have to start all over again.
Okay. Yeah, I knew I was recognizing the name from somewhere. It's because he has it. Okay. No. Why? Why are you being difficult? Why? Oh, because you're still attached to the group. That's why. That's why, friends. I didn't think you were. It must have been in a different building. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Oh, damn. Alright, we'll just grab the base ones and then we can figure it out.
Sorry for the clinking.
Yeah, you're always making noise over there. Gotta have the clinky bowl, gotta have the clicky keyboard. You know.
I'm having real food, don't take this from me.
I'm not. Just saying, you just gotta be making noise over there. Alright, so how high do we want this to sit? Alright, so maybe about there. And maybe about there. I know we still need to do some adjusting on it. And we will. So we gotta slide in the other pieces there. Okay. Alright, it looks off-center because of these things and stuff. Alright, so we're gonna dupe that. Oh wait, that was not... This is the one. Helps if we duplicate the right piece. Just a touch. Okay. That, and then this one. Of course, the blue bar is going to be in the way. Certainly going to complicate matters a little bit. Good enough. Okay, so this is the animal vet. Let's go into signs here. Yeah, so I was really hoping to get some more stuff done. That didn't happen. But, you know, what can you do? Not a whole hell of a lot. But it was good that we got at least a couple extra levels in on the warriors so far. I'm hoping to get them, I'm still hoping to have time to get them to digging 50 position by Wednesday. We will see if I can actually make that happen though. So like I said, we've got to finish getting the demon hunter together, although I was encouraged last night. I think I only had about 2 hours 2.5 at the most last night on the Demon Hunter, and I was at 50% because of the XP numbers that she was getting. So, you okay? You sure? Okay. Stop trying to inhale when you're eating. I promise I'm not coming to take it away from you.
Just went down the wrong tube.
Yeah, you keep doing that. Stop that. Concentrate when you're eating. Keep scaring the shit out of me. Animal quarantine. Yeah, I still have to do the shaman. So I don't know how long the shaman's gonna take, unfortunately. That's the wild card and all of that. 'Cause they are killing the lesser experience bestowing mobs and such. So, you know, we'll see. And we've got the art stream on Sunday, so it's not like I have a whole shit ton of time. I'm also co-hosting the show this week with Lita, as he's gonna be on. So we'll get to catch up with him. And that'll be fun. So yeah, like my Saturday is pretty much booked for the most part. Not gonna have a whole lot of time for getting any leveling done on Saturday. Because my Saturday doesn't stop after the show. After the show's over, I'll have to then go make dinner. And then did not really look like it was attached to it. And then I have to get to work on doing all of the other post-show thingajigs that need to happen. After Lita gets me the edited MP3 for the show. That's the one thing I don't do. I don't edit the audio for the show. No thanks. I had sort of been given the files to, and had been briefly, very quickly shown how to do it. And then the realization that it was more trouble for me to do it for the way I was gonna have to get the finished files swapped all around became apparent, and then it was just like, fuck this. So Lita handles that. And I am oh so glad she handles that, because if the issues with the FTP server had happened while I was trying to do stuff, I probably wouldn't have a volunteer job anymore. But it wasn't me. this too big for here? I feel like it might be. You know what, that's like kind of, yeah, that is too big. Alright, about one of our $10 guys. Oh, yeah, that, yeah, no. Oh. I didn't realize quite how much you were in there, so I am perfectly content to not touch the audio. That's just, no thanks. Audio touching and that amount of headache would probably, I'd probably have to say, I'm gonna need to be paid for that level of shenanigans, so. Because I despise editing. Yeah, that editing that I was supposed to be doing on the speed felt video, yeah, that didn't happen. Because Winds of Wisdom happened, so I still haven't gotten any more done with that this week, unfortunately. That was on my list of things to do. It still is. Just didn't end up happening. Things and stuff, man. Things and stuff. It was more prudent to take advantage of the buff that won't be here very long than to work on that editing. Alright, we are looking for that S-named ground cover. That's sad. I had to actually sit there. Oh, fuck me. So does anybody else sometimes, maybe it's a dyslexic thing, maybe it's just a full-on my dumbass sort of thing, but I was trying to find this bush. I'm like, okay, we need the S's, and I hit the R's on that list. I'm like, oh, wait. And then I actually had to start skimming through the alphabet real quick to figure out if I had needed to go forward or backward when I was on R. Maybe it's sort of like the touch math that drives Russell insane that they had to teach me.
It doesn't drive me insane.
Oh, well, you didn't, like, it drove you mad when I was first explaining it to you.
It didn't drive me mad, I just didn't understand what you were doing.
Oh, okay.
I understand now why it works for you.
I need the, I don't know if it's really visual, but I need the interaction? I don't know. I don't know what I would call it.
You needed the organized and physical,
I need to, it's kind of like my art. I have to touch it. So, like, I have to get my hands dirty. I have to touch the thing. So, or else it just doesn't work. And, so, real quick there, when I hit R, I was like, shit, R. And then I was like, LMNOPQRS. And I was like, okay, so, yeah. Although, oh, we didn't actually. I thought I had clicked that one into place. Apparently we didn't. So, yeah, I'm all sorts of... I have all sorts of math issues. Math makes me cry. Like, Russell will start, like, rattling off something, and I'm like, stop! I'm like, no. No. That's not happening. Like, somebody will be like, but it's easy. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. Not for this messed up problem brain of mine. So let's just kind of leave it at it's not. But, let's see here. I don't know if I really want another rhubarb. Maybe we'll go with some more reedy guys. Now see, when I was growing up, we always called these cattails. So I was so confused when people were calling actual cattails cattails, and I'm like, that's not a cattail. No. I was just grew up with them being called the wrong thing. Oh, they set my allergies off something terrible though. And I don't exactly miss the smell of the bay at low tide. It was always an interesting smell. But I do miss being near the ocean. I miss being able to go to the boardwalk. Not really much of a beach person. I got sand in my hair exactly once and I was like, oh god no. I liked playing in the sand though. I liked doing sandcastles and stuff. I think I got the sand in my hair exactly one time when the one half sibling that seemed to give a shit took me to the beach with his kid. And I was in the water with him and I got dunked with a wave. Got sand in my hair and then I was like, oh no, like I couldn't get it out for like 2 or 3 days. I was just like washing my hair constantly, like scrubbing my head. I just kept finding sand like embedded and I'm like, get the fuck out of my head. It's terrible. My hair is very thick in certain sections and I did not want to let go. Alright, we need the G. What the hell is this? Oh, okay, that's what that is. What is this? Huh. Alright. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something. Here we go. Looking for some rhubarbids. You head out to work? Alright, you have a good one. Stay hydrated.
Have a good night, Zords.
Thanks for popping in. I was actually looking at how to possibly make stickers last night. And trying to figure out how on earth people that do sticker shops actually make any money. And I'm not being an asshole about it. I don't know. Is it just through sheer volume? Because that shit's expensive. Stickers are not very cheap to make. Not when you factor in the equipment and shit to start out doing it. I mean, you'd have to be selling quite a high volume of stickers I feel like to even just keep up with the main cost. Sticker papers. Well, I didn't look at how much sticker paper was, but inkjet, man. That ink ain't cheap. But then again, I also don't know how many stickers you can get printed before you need ink. Probably depends on the color of your stickers. But I saw that some people use the Cricut machines. I knew they were expensive. I didn't know they were quite that expensive. But you can do a fair amount of shit with those, I suppose. Excuse me. I would probably start out without the Cricut machine just to test out the waters. I don't have a problem getting a nice, delicate, sharp pair of scissors, small ones, and just cutting them out myself because I wouldn't expect to be selling that many at first, if at all. But I mean, it's something to think about if we ever end up doing a Patreon. I don't know. There's no plans for a Patreon right now. I don't have the time. I know this is gonna sound absurd, but I don't have the time to put together monthly rewards. That shit takes time to do. And I feel like you'd be constantly chasing. Like, I feel like just putting the rewards together for the Patreon would be the only thing that would be getting done. Because of, that's way too big. Because of the time it would take me to get that sorted. I feel like I'd no sooner get the one done and then having to be getting the next one sorted. So I suppose if I just worked smaller, we could turn some of the smaller art pieces into stickers that way. So, I mean, there is some options there. So, gonna have to think about that, I would guess. It wouldn't be happening anytime soon anyhow. Because, you know, I'd have to get equipment and that shit's not cheap. Any stretch of the imagination, so. I mean, the printer would probably be well, I guess the sticker paper would probably be the cheapest thing, but equipment-wise, the printer would probably be the cheap thing. Can't afford to do the Cricut right now, so can't afford to do any of it right now actually, but just something to think about. For down the road. Maybe. Alright, now let's come back over here. Get my planty guy. And I mean, I kind of like this guy. He does cover a fair bit of ground. Don't want to be completely in the building. That would be a little bizarre. I think we're still in the building. There we go. And I mean, that's okay that I'm kinda up over the rocks. That's fine. That looks a little better that way in the long run anyhow. Alright, let's grab some more of our crunchy neck. Let's grab some more of our reeds. Okay. Alright. Get you about maybe there. And maybe. That didn't sound good. You okay? Sound like something broke out in the kitchen. Don't know what that was. I guess I'll find out. He could have just dropped something. Alright, now I haven't done a lighting pass out here yet. We might do some more of those like solar garden path lights. Those weren't bad. Like we could do those like around in here instead of doing spotlights. Okay. Let me get our big guy. Our big guy here. I don't know if turning him really... really did anything. I'm okay with a few pieces poking through the fence. I just don't want it all poking through the fence. I hear my dad yelling about something and I don't know what. I don't know if he was trying to get my mom's attention. Or if he was talking to Russell. Okay. So, since we can't see the inside of this building, I'm a little more okay with the plants kinda dipping in there a little bit. Is everything alright?
Mm-hmm. Your dad just seen me to get a pump for him. I asked your mother to get it for me because I just ate my first real meal in days and I don't want to fuck about. So.
Okay, what fell in the kitchen?
Oh, that was me dropping the pot while I was filling it with water.
Okay, do I still have to clean the other one? Alright, let's see here. So we still have to do the lighting pass. What letter is this? Still on C. See, like I said, he's gotta be making noise. Alright, let's get this guy. I guess we can put you about so. Sorry, we're going through buildings and shit. Grab this one. There is another version, two other versions of this actually, but they're much taller. I'm kind of looking for like a bush type height, kinda. Alright, let's come back into our rock friends. start to get some of these. Oh, I think you might be too big. Yeah, that ain't happening. Sorry, Charlie. I mean, this one's kind of obnoxious in its own right, but maybe. That's... Oh, no, he's not quite as little as I was thinking he was, actually. Alright, and this guy kind of tucked into there. Alright, now let's see. That purple plant. Whom I'm... There you are. Say, I'm uncertain of your name. Do, do, do. Oh, that wasn't exactly what I wanted, but... See, not exactly. That's okay. Alright, that one there. And I'm thinking get you in there. And I guess you there. Alright. Now for the other side here. Let's see if this will fit into here. Don't know. Looks like we can get a better look in here. Alright, and can I grab you? I would like to add a second one here. And I don't think I can get away with adding another one of you. I mean, maybe, but you'd have to be like really... Probably like that. Not to even really remotely kind of sort of work. Alright, let's grab another couple of flatter rocks here. We still have to put lights on this building. Okay. So let's kind of grab this guy. And we'll sink you there. But then I kind of want to turn you. Oh, nope, nope. Maybe something like that. Alright, let's come back into here. And we'll grab our, what the hell is this again? Scavola? I've pronounced this like 5 different ways now, and I don't know. I've been never been good at pronouncing things, so I'm sure I'm butchering the hell out of it. Alright, now let's come back up here. Do, 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 do. Alright. And I'm gonna stick you right there. Okay. You there. Alrighty, now. Cool. Max scenery, max negative. Max scenery, max negative. Fantastic. So, what's our heat map look like? Wonderful. That didn't take too much. Fan-fucking-tastic. Okay. Wonderful. Alright. Now. We haven't really dealt with this area just yet. Just haven't. So, before we get too far, let's take the lights down low. Okay. Now, I think it's in construction. Floor lights. Yes. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Alright. We will grab another one of you. I do like that glow coming up on the rocks. We're gonna have to try to get in here. I know this is a solar garden light and there's not much solar for it to hit. I don't know if that's going to affect it. It might not. Don't know how that tilted up on its side, but it did. Alright, let's sink you down just a little bit. Very nice. Oh, stiff fingers, stiff fingers. Okay. I am going to grab your friend. And there's a little sliver of moonlight coming in back there. Alright, where shall we put you? I mean, I know some of that's being tamped down by the rhubarb leaves, but at the same time, kind of like the shadowy effects we got happening back in there. Okay, then we're gonna have a lamppost here. So this guy, probably about there. That does make right here seem exceptionally dark, though, doesn't it? Alright, well, that looks a little better. Alright, and then maybe something about here. Like, I kind of want to bring one more out here, but this is the staff area, so it doesn't need to be quite as enlightening, shall we say. I just want to make sure we are touching the wall here. Where was... Okay, we did have one on each side of the door. Since these guys didn't seem to illuminate all that much. I mean, they do a fair job of it. If I can get out of this rhubarb plant, that would be great. Okay. this guy. Let me see here. So maybe about. It's so terribly hard to see you, friend. Especially when I keep grabbing the wrong arrow. So we got that one chilling there. And I don't necessarily think that we have to be too lit back here. Yeah, because these guys do a pretty fair job of it. Alright, I'm gonna surface move you. Back into here. Oh. Remember how we were talking about that other wind turbine? Yeah. Gonna need to add that. Yep. 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 Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's gonna need to happen. Alright, now did I have... I did not. Well, I did over here, kind of. Kind of. So... maybe we put you here. And we can spin you out this way. And I can't see anything, so... there we go, that's better. Now we can kind of see. And then... probably here, although I really do like these solar lights, but I do think it would be a little dark. To not have anything in there, considering you're having like guests tromping through. Kind of, sort of. I mean, we could, in theory, probably put those lights on the other side of the pathway, but I don't know what's going there yet. So I kind of like, maybe we should just put them on that side for now. Alright, let's take the house lights back up. Sunglasses engaged. So, Mr. Wind Turbine, I'm gonna need one of you over here. I don't want to be in that one's building mode. So that does mean that you let me see, where's my, well, with a little bit of landscaping around you, I think we can pull that in. Alright, and then that takes care of that. Alright, do we still need you? What if I were to move you? No. That'll work. Okay. For now, you have to stay. And that's fine. It probably doesn't really need to be every month, but that's what I'm gonna set it to 2. Alright. So I'm actually gonna move this. Just to make life a little bit easier. Actually, let me plunk you there for just a moment. Oh, no, cancel that. Alright, that's not bad. This guy... that should be okay-ish there. Everybody's like so engine rev happy around here. I don't understand it. But man, it was bad the other day. I don't think I was streaming that day though. I was having all kinds of kittens. It's just absolutely maddening. I know that is a little doubled up there, but I feel like we're probably okay. And you should be okay there. This one, though. What am I gonna do with you? Because I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty... So that comes out pretty far to there. mean, that's probably about as far as I'm really willing to. Nope, 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 not what I wanted. I mean, it is a little janky in there. But that's probably okay. Oh, okay, cool. We don't actually... Can I delete this? Yes, okay. We don't actually need that one now. Cool. Alright, your senior rating is at 40%. And we really haven't done anything here. Not really. Just kind of added in the pathway there. So I can't have this too low. Because, you know, it's still a wind turbine. We don't want to lock in anything too major. So there's that. Kind of want a tree in here. All right, where are you at now? Alright. So you're almost pulled in there. Okay. Alright, let's grab some foliage. This is kind of round. There's not much difference to him. Looking at him from his different sides here. Okay, well that definitely pulled it in. Alright, so... let's see here about something... Excuse me. question is, can we possibly pull that off? We would probably need, I don't know if we need a dynamic mossy rock, probably just a regular run-of-the-mill rock guy. Do. Okay. There's that. And maybe this guy. And maybe the other side of this rock here. Let's turn you just a little bit more. Get you a little bit more height. And I feel like we need a third one here. Maybe overkill. But I kind of want a little something like that. And let's, well, I mean, we have a trash can there. Do we really need another one here? I mean, we do have a lot of people in the park, so maybe. Alright, and it's actually the smaller of our rhubarb friends. So if we grab you and we drop you down just a little. Alright, now let's come back into our reed friends here. We don't necessarily have to fill the entirety of that gap back there, but a little bit of fillage might not be quite so terrible. We do need to make sure it has a little bit of airflow happening. Now, let's grab our solar light yet again. Let's drop one of those there. And one of these guys for in here. And then maybe you there. All right. I'll grab another one of our light friends here. And let's go ahead and turn you. And get you worked into there. Alright, so how are you, my friend? 92 and 46 I think is pretty good. And you've definitely been pulled in off of the path, which is one of my biggest concerns there, so that's fine. We don't have a whole lot happening over here. However, don't know if we really need a whole lot happening over here right now. We can add to this once we start to get this whole area sorted and stuff. So that means, do you know what that means? I know what it means. But do you guys know what it means? It means that I need to scroll through a menu or two here. And I need to adjust something here, so let's see. Hang on one second. I need to look at something over here. Okay, and our other option was okay, and it's funny because when the husband and I were spinning the wheel, it was pulling teeth to get an animal habitat to pop up. Because we were only getting like concessions and stuff, so we know what time it is. It is time to spin the wheel. It is spinny the wheel time. Are we ready? Restaurant! Yay! The guests will be so excited we can finally put in that bathroom. And maybe an ATM next to it. I have no idea where we're gonna put the restaurant in first. I don't know. Okay, so we don't need that one. Alright, so restaurant. Restaurant, okay. Alright. Close that. Okay, so restaurante. Where do we want to put our restaurante? I mean, I was originally thinking we could do one over here. Let me see something real quick. I don't want to do a restaurant over here because the people are going to be freezing. And then they might start bitching. But I don't... This feels better as like a concession area, to be perfectly honest. So I think we might put it in over by the otters. I know we've been doing a lot of work over here, but I think that's what's gonna make the most sense. I mean, this is a pretty open spot here, but maybe animal exhibits or something there. We have a lot of space over here, and can't really see the otters from over here. Where are they? I mean, we only have 3. I think they're all in the water right now, actually. I think. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. But if we put our restaurant over here. So I swear that sounded like glass breaking. So if in our minds we leave ourselves to like this cut in the trees, right? For entrance stuff on this side, then I want to work on this side. So, all right. Okay. So we're gonna need to move you. Can I turn that heat map off for just a moment? Alright, so if we do like a stone wall here. This doesn't look straight, but coming off the boundary line, it is. Alright, that still has power going to that. Alright. Our mechanics are gonna be like, you're running me ragged. Alright. This tree's gonna go. That's like our invisible entrance designated area, and after it took us so much effort to get that damn thing in there, that's alright. We will get that sorted here in just 1 second. What staff path were we using? Was it this one? This weird ass green color? Yeah, okay. Really? You're gonna be... all sorts of... Because of course you are. Do you know why you're gonna be all sorts of... to make my life difficult. Now, I kind of feel like maybe that would be a little bit better. Possibly. Alright, so things that need to be powered over here are in fact powered. Negative impact. So you're not like right on the path, so that should be fine. For some reason it doesn't always adjust the size of this the way I think it should. this kind of sorted here just because I want to. No, we don't want to be famous. Right. If. Alright. Hold on, guys. Let me take care of this. Spam, scams, or bots. Yes. I can only pick one. Scam or a bot? I'll just go with spam. Posting link to get people to buy followers. And we will block this user and ban them as well. All right. Why would I want to buy followers? That's like the dumbest thing ever. It's not real numbers. They're just gonna go away. And then you're throwing money away. That's dumb. From my perspective, it's dumb. I don't have the same perspective as some people do. But God, you had to come in here and interrupt our flow? And then I had to stop and ban you. Ugh. The nerve of some people. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna, like, what we're gonna do for a restaurant, like the layout and stuff. So I just want to get this a little less all over the place, because I really don't think we'd have tall grass right off the main path here. I'm gonna be a little more manicured in this place. Alright. So, a restaurant. A restaurant. I'm thinking maybe over this way. Alright. Got a little bit of room to work with here. So let's see. Let's come into facilities. Guest facilities. And food, so meow? Who's meowing? Was it Little Dreaming?
Maybe.
It was very high pitched.
Yeah, my mic's not moving. She doesn't have a history of making noise like that.
It scared me because it almost sounded like Zoe's high pitched broken meow. Unless Zoe's haunting us.
She's deep asleep. She's not reacting. I can see her breathing. Maybe she's just not reacting.
Little.
Little bits. Hi, Littles.
She might have been dreaming. Unless it came from outside, but
I think it was you. She has made noise in the past while sleeping at my feet. I've just never heard it that loud.
like you did hear it,
Yeah,
right?
I heard it too.
Okay, I was like, I didn't think it was something in game. It sounded like it came from behind me. It sounded very reminiscent of a Zoe meow. Okay, so we've got counters. We have a food truck. I don't really want to do a food truck over here though. Alright, so we do have our restaurant specifically. Shit, now how did this work? They would come in here, right? They would come in here and this one would technically seat them. And these ones were making the food. So let's see here. So if we, I don't want to go too close to the edge because we still have to put like roof and stuff on here. Do we go straight though? Or do we go in here at an angle? So going in here straight probably be pretty close to that. I mean, we could do sort of like an outdoor open air thing. But I'm kind of thinking so if we want, we can have the seating actually. So we can't go too far that way. Probably go maybe to there. Alright, because we gotta make sure that we're not too close to that because of the negative rating, because we haven't done anything with it yet. This isn't the power grid, so that's fine. So if we drop you here, we can have pathway come out to here. We can do a little fancy guy. And then we can drop some tables and such in here. I don't think we have to have I don't think we have to have the tables necessarily on a specific pathway when they're attached to the restaurant. I could be wrong, but I don't think we do. So that might work, and we could do like bathroom over here before coming on up into here, and maybe an ATM over here as well. So I could pull you a little bit closer because we can shrink that down because this one has like no scenery on it. So okay, let's no okay. That's in. And way scary even though it shouldn't have been. Alright. Okay. So we don't have any tables linked, so we still have to do that. This building isn't assigned to any work zones. Alright, well, you're in luck. Kind of. That's a long way to walk to a staff room though, but we can always hire a couple more vendors.
You can always do what actual restaurants do and put a little staff area in the back.
I don't have enough room though. We'd have to move the building.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't know how far along you were.
I mean, we could, I guess. Can we move this without the employees getting pissy? Oh, we lost our employee. Alright, so if we... Alright, let's... Sorry, employee. You can just be a random... Oh, I didn't mean to fire them. No, no, no. I meant to... Oh, I can't move them. Alright, well then, yeah, you're gonna be fired, sorry.
It's just too inconvenient to change the paperwork. I'm so sorry. Goodbye.
Oh, there we go. They were in the way. I needed them to move. So I guess we could grab a staff. It would have to be a small one. We can't do a large one in here. But we have to keep in mind about roofing and such, so we can't be right up on the border there, because sometimes stuff overhangs and it gets a little pissy. But how much of a negative space is this gonna be? Or do we want you or do we want you over here? Well, that's really where I was gonna put the bathrooms. I don't know if that gives us enough space to work with your negative. I mean, I guess it kind of does. It's right on the line there, so there's where the two paths converge, right? So it's like just off the line, so that could work. And then we put this over here, right? Because there's our imaginary boundary for space that we're saving for when we eventually land on entrance, because it's gonna happen eventually. So if that's... Yeah, I want to see something real quick. Let me duplicate that. Okay, so like that's the path, right? Okay, yeah, so that's just touching. Whatever we do to that should be fine. Alright, that we can get rid of. We need to pick a perk for this. I don't know if I really want that to be the security office right there, especially if it's going to be for the... So if you do the security perk, does that mean only the security officers go there? Probably. Gain happiness faster. Vendor with this perk will make the guests they interact with even happier. Oh, this is a tough one. PR staff course. What do we have so far? We've got 3 staff rooms, I think. I wish the Sue had a drink shop. Well, don't worry, we're getting in a thing soon. Okay, so we have 3 large ones, and so we have staff healthcare, we have a rec room, we have a social club. I'm kind of thinking staff PR course. We'll see if that backfires on us. Alright, so if we put that one there, right? Then that leaves us because we said they come in through that. Alright, so if we do this, hold on, hold that thought. Let's do our bathroom placement first. That's huge. Huh. It's interesting. Was there a conservation one? I'm just curious to see. Oh, this one. Oh, okay, so it's down in there. Well, I mean, it's interesting. Alright. So we have our staff. Negative problems over here. Okay, so potty, and we might need to do we need to do a double potty. I mean, we haven't really had any potty areas in here yet. So if we do that. Okay, now I probably could have let's try maybe that. Okay, so our pathway, we have to figure out what kind of pathway we want for the restaurant so that maybe we can tie this in. But if it's like an outdoorsy restaurant thingy, oh shit! When did they put that in? That had to have come in with what's its face? The conservation pack. Oh damn. Well, that's fun.
So does that kind of blend in, or?
I guess if you're on a map that has like green path,
I mean, it's not terrible.
Like green grass, but
or it could probably hide in bush under trees and stuff much better.
But like that would be a lot better of an option, I think, for pathway through exhibits.
Yeah.
Does this have railing? What kind of railing is that? Oh, cool. That's some funky railing. I kind of like that.
Oh, I kind of like that too. That's neat. Must also be conservation, huh?
Yeah. So, okay. We can work with this. we can work with this. So, because like we can put our own like floor down, but keep the railing. Maybe. Okay. So let me. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, the railing's nice. Oh, I kind of got excited there for that for a minute. So an outdoor. All right, let's turn the railing off for right now. So if we tie this into the restaurant, right? I don't know if I really want gravel. Gravel gets in your shoes and then it gets owie, and but we also kind of want to tie it into our to our river otter area. Mulch is kind of the same way, where it like gets in your shoes, and that would definitely be like an indoor floor, I feel like, the parquet. It's a little bit wild, I think. For this. I almost wish that you could color some of this. So I know, I'm on a grid, but bear with me here for 1 second. As I want to... Really? Let go. You're gonna be difficult, I see. Can we... Okay. The only problem is that now these two are on... Why is that one so big? There we go. So maybe we could... Well, see, that's the only problem though, is that the... Well, I guess that doesn't... Well, I mean, it matters if we put the railing on it, so... Because then it's going to be curved. Me and my brilliant ideas. Maybe we shouldn't. Come on. Alright, let me see. Let's come into... Let's delete that one. Actually, let's delete both of these and we'll start over because I feel like I like that railing, but at the same time I don't know if it's worth fussing to the extent that I would be to get the railing. So if we put the bathrooms here, alright, let me really? Okay. Is it because of the size of the path? What if we... Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Really? Where's the next spot that we can... Oh, really? Okay. What if we take you down to that one? No, huh? Just no. All of the no's. Okay. Right. Right. Okay, so... because of our fencing, I mean, we could go with this, but that is like... super... You're not gonna let me do 2 in here. I don't think. So, if we... Well, if we put it back to this... which is our really wide path. Not super wide, but, you know, wide enough. If we do that, we could why aren't you being stubborn? We could, in theory. we do you like there. And there. We have to watch where we are in relation to the edge here. I'd almost rather have this be like two separate buildings, maybe. But we could line up off of here a little better. Possibly. Or am I in relation to that? Okay, that could kind of work. So then this one. Trying to work out the spacing. If we did that, okay, we would have to tweak you just a little. Oh, now you're being silly. Probably because you're too close to that. So if I drop you there, we can get you that's not bad. Question is, do I like this path this wide? I don't imagine hold on, let me reevaluate here. All this fussing for a damn pathway. So then we could if we do that, maybe. Well, let me think here for a second. I had kind of wanted these guys straight in here, so I know I'm fussing. But if I'm not happy with it now, I'm not going to be happy with it later. So let's just fix it now instead of later. And we might not be able to. Are we touching the ground properly? We do seem to be. Okay, so if we do this, right? That's pretty much as far over. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be that color. Excuse you. You're not supposed to be that color. How about we don't? Wow, you're just... You're gonna be trouble, is what you are. Just temporary. Because this is being pissy. Okay. Let's see if this will work now. To my liking. Let me get rid of you. was really hoping. Do a little something like that. Now let me come back into path. I had it for a split second. I keep just moving my hand. Staff. That's alright. Jesus, that took a long fucking time to sort. Okay. We still have to put in our ATM section here. Alright, so we've got our path kinda curving back. This way. So if we back into facilities, okay, so we could in theory I kind of want to give us a little bit of room there on the edge. So if we do that, I mean, this pathway is on a bit of a curve though, so I mean, we could do a little something like that and just do like seating out in front here. So then I think... So we have to pick a restaurant table. We only have 2 options here. Unfortunately, I wish we could use some of, like, the other table styles. Because this just doesn't look right for sitting outside, does it? Metal color. It kind of matches our theme. I mean, maybe we can pretend they're wooden chairs. Metal color 2. Wait, what's the metal color 2? Is that the table metal color? That is the table metal color. I think I'd rather stick with the brown on that one. What was our stepping stone color? I mean, do we want to go... I mean, the full brown kind of looks wood, even though it's metal. I mean, that's not terrible. So if we... Like, I don't think we have to necessarily put pathway in around these tables. I think that just kind of happens. I mean, we could put one table here. Table here. I don't think I would get... Well, maybe. I mean, we can always adjust the spacing on those. Alright, hold on. Let's... see here. So if we... us with you. If we're thinking room for like servers to walk through. I mean, this could be like counter service where they take it to their table themselves, so. You. I hear talking and I don't know why I'm hearing talking. I shouldn't be hearing talking. I don't know if it's Russell talking to my mom. I want to give us enough room to decorate the front of this, but I also don't want to squish everybody in here. I'm not really sure how many tables we're gonna need either. So does it bug anybody else when your tables are misaligned? Like off of each other? Or am I just like a whole special person here? Because it drives me crazy. Were you just talking outside?
Yeah, I was talking to your mother.
Okay. I was gonna say I heard voices and I didn't know.
Cat on her lap.
I didn't know who she was talking to. That's how she likes to wave at people walking by. This one I need to yeah, that's probably good. I don't know how many tables to put in here. It's a grand question, isn't it? Oh, good. We're down there revving our car engine again. Wonderful. And I can't even exactly pinpoint it to one specific individual because the other day there was like multiple revving happening. Though we did see one of the cars that was doing it, so I don't know if that was necessarily helpful for us or not, but just as Russell was, we were standing out on the porch, and just as he was about to go inside to call and make a noise complaint, they left. So that, in theory, would probably work. Alright, do you have... Link tables, place tables. So I don't think you can... Did we try using the picnic tables and it got mad? Like it has to be specifically restaurant?
I think it has to be specifically restaurant tables, but I could be wrong. I didn't really experiment with it.
Because you know what? It might have to be specifically restaurant tables unless those are just the look of restaurant tables that they offer. Oh, you know what? That's the difference. It has to be the restaurant tables because those can be placed off the path. I am going to lose my shit on this dude. This is not a drag strip. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm max at 20. Alright. Let me get rid of that, so. Huh? Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, Stone-baked gourmet pizza meal, $17.50. Condiments, unlimited drink refills. Oh, we're on Sandbox. Let's just do it. Like, who gives a shit? You're spending that much? Let them have the unlimited drink refills. Let them. Loaded sweet potato fries meal. These people are thirsty and we don't have a drink stand yet, so fuck it. Ice cream mountain dessert. Sweet wafers and whipped cream, hell yeah. I want some of that. I haven't eaten yet today, can you tell? When was the last time I ate anything? When was the last time I ate anything? Maybe like 2 or 3 Sour Patch watermelons around 2 a.m. I think that was about it. Tea cake platter dessert. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, great. Well, we're working on that, my friend. There you go. This is gonna be shit, what do I want to call it? I'm thinking of calling it Otter Point, but Otter Eats. I'll just call it Otter Point. We'll stick some otter statues out there. Okay. Alright, now we have our base in for the things. We're gonna work on decorating it next week though, because I really need to go eat because I just noticed what time it was and I'm starving now looking at food. So we're gonna pause there for today. We finally got the staff area all nice and wrapped up over here. So we got that going for us, and you know, we'll slowly start to work things in over here. We'll get some more benches. We'll start to decorate this whole area. Well, we didn't put in the ATMs. We'll do that next week. We'll do that next week. Reminder, ATMs next week in there with the restaurant. But yeah, we got all this put in. I think we're looking pretty good so far. So yeah. I know this is a little out of control, but you know, I think it would be a little bit more fluffy in appearance so that, you know, it kind of feels a little more like the buildings are nestled in there, not quite as manicured in some of the other spots. So yeah, I think things are looking pretty good over here. We'll deal with this nonsense as we go. Like I said, we've gotten this one put in. We're gonna put in a little bit of a rock wall here along the back to just kind of close off the looking out into the void, I guess. And this right about here is where I'm gonna cut us off from going any further this way until we get our entrance sorted. And then once we do that, we could probably put, you know, some more shops or things over in here, or like some exhibit animals if there's room or something. So that's gonna do it for today, you guys. I'm not streaming myself tomorrow, but I will be co-hosting on the Wild Challenges podcast tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's Saturday night. On their Twitch channel. Azzy is going to be the guest this week, so that should be all sorts of fun. It's been a hot minute since he's been on, so it'll be good to catch up with him. And then Sunday we'll be doing some more arty things. We'll be working some more on our faux stained glass flamingo, so that should be fun there. And you know, we'll see how things go. And nobody I really feel like reading is playing right now. So I guess that will be it for tonight. Try to stay cool, stay safe out there, take care, and until we meet again, have a good one, guys.